All right, we're here for another Engineering Out and About. I'm here with Lonnie Brown, here at Lone Star PHP in Dallas, Texas. Lonnie, now you have a very unusual position in the fact that you are a recruiter at a tech conference, but you are not what I would call a headhunter.
Correct.
So what makes you different from the average recruiter who shows up?
It's a really good question. I think it's really mainly approach, doing a little bit of homework, and understanding the people in the community that you're going to go work with from a technology perspective, and then integrating with them versus just approaching through media or telephone.
Right on. And you also, because you've done talks at conferences and stuff like that, you've actually learned some PHP and tried to ingrain yourself in that kind of capacity.
Yeah, I find it really exciting, actually. I've been in technology search for 17 years, and the PHP community, which I found about 2.5 years ago, stumbled into, is unlike any other technology community I've ever dealt with.
Right on.
They're very intelligent, they're very passionate about what they do, and it's infectious. After I went to the first conference, I was hooked.
Right on. Yeah, and I mean, this is a great conference. This is like a regional conference here in Texas, which is incredibly hot.
It's
I
very
really
hot.
can't emphasize that enough. But I mean, still, there's a lot of people who've come out and to check things out just from the Dallas community. And from we've had a lot of people from other parts of the country to come in to speak. Does that kind of give you a leg up? Because I think, from your perspective, you try to find the position and find the right person to fit the position, whereas other recruiters try to recruit as many people as possible and hope to fit them into places they might fit.
Correct. I think that kind of going back to that earlier question, that's another one of the differentiators is I think people in the community know at this point that I do my homework. I don't just accept every client that comes along.
Right.
When a company comes to me, I understand their technology environment. I do some background search on them. I'll talk to a few ex-employees. I'll talk to a few current employees if I can and get the real scoop. And bottom line, if there's too many issues, I can't help them. And I tell them why. And so far, no companies ever came back and rectified any of the issues that would allow me to put people there from the community. So
that makes sense. Tell me the bathrobe story.
The bathroom story. At PHP Tech 2012, last year in Chicago. If you know the setup of the hotel, I know a lot of people in the community have been to it. It's a open courtyard, and the rooms are on the outside, and it's got a couple of glass elevators that face towards that area. That's the bar area and whatnot.
Right.
So it's about 2 a.m, and I was hanging out with Peter Meth. Hey, Peter. And we were hungry, and I happened to have kind of stocked up the room with some sub supplies for sub sandwiches and had some beer up there and whatnot. And so the bar was closed, and I asked Peter if he was hungry, so we went up, we made some subs, and I had a Engine Yard pint glass. Thanks, Engine Yard. So I poured a beer, and then I thought, it was really strange because for whatever reason, they put a bathrobe in my room after the first night. Not quite sure why it was there, but I asked around and nobody else had gotten a bathrobe. So I was like, well, I'm going to put the bathrobe on. And so I came down the elevator with this huge sub sandwich and a pint glass, and it was just an immediate hit. Hilarity
awesome.
ensued.
That's awesome. All right, so final question. If your parents were murdered in front of you when you were a small child, would you continue to be a recruiter, or would you become backman?
I would probably do both. I'd recruit by day and do a little ass kicking at night.
So you'd make Wayne Corp kind of a recruiting agency,
absolutely,
placement agency, and then go and smack down the Joker at night because he can't find a job. He doesn't do PHP.
Absolutely.
All right, well, Bonnie, thank you very much. This has been Engineered Out and About, and we'll see you next time.